It's the time to get down.
Let's see.
You got the shields up.
I got the shields
You
up.
just
man.
have no reflection.
Here we come. Good morning.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Let's get down on the good news train. Have your morning coffee with Mario every Monday. Get the 311 before the morning's done. Laugh until you cry. You can always rely on morning coffee with Mario every Monday. Morning coffee with Mario.
Yay! What's happening? What is happening? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mario, the live AM reality talk experience. Because we always have trouble trying to determine exactly what we are since we keep morphing. But you know, that's the world. That's the world today. It's Monday, July 24th, 2018. I want to thank you for being here. And I'm checking right now because I have to check, ladies and gentlemen. I have to check. I'm telling you. I have to check because, see, I didn't start the Facebook, see?
Yeah, that's okay, man. That's all right. Facebook is starting you.
Where is it, see? Well, where is it? It's supposed to be, says Victor Allen. We're getting it there. So everybody, we're checking up our system because this is what we have to do to make sure things are going live. It's the way things are these days. Because we're going to, let me tell you where we're going while I'm fixing this. I'm fixing it while I'm talking to you. Okay, we're going live to YouTube in high def. We're going live to YouTube in 360. We're going live to Facebook in high def. We're going live to Facebook in 360. We're going live to Twitch in 3 levels, Victor, mine, and Pax Stereo. We're going live to Twitter Periscope in 3s. Victor, mine, and Pax Stereo, and we are live. Welcome, everybody.
Told you.
All right, it looks like it's working, Vic, except your Facebook is acting funny.
Isn't that weird?
I could restart it.
Yeah, just look, you know what? Play some music, chill, relax, let the breeze, let it flow, man. I'm not worried about it. First of all, it's one of those days.
Is that what it is?
It's just one of those days, man. You got to keep it light. Keep it light. Don't worry about it. People see me on Facebook. A lot of times these banks, it's been there, done that. Turn them off.
Well, I got it.
You got it?
It's going. So there we go, live.
We good.
Victor's Facebook audience, welcome.
Yeah, see, I was over here looking. But see, I knew because Mario said, I'm going to be checking.
I want you guys to appreciate how difficult it is for brothers streaming out of the ghetto on regular proprietary networks to get this stuff to work. So, Victor says no one cares that we work. Say Victor always tells me, Victor says, no one cares about us, the hard work. No one cares, no one. But I think that our audience, I think that you guys are different. I think that you are motivated from the spirit, the true kind heart. If you were here watching Morning Coffee with Mario, first of all, you're already late for work. And you are a special, unique spirit. And so I think you do care because we're getting this stuff done. I see Miko in the chat room, and we're trying to bring it in a minute to Miko's Facebook too. So, it is what it is. I think you guys do care, but if you don't care, right, Victor?
Yeah. I love when you guys
you guys don't care.
I love when they write.
Right, Vic.
Yeah, write me.
Right, Vic.
I'm good for it.
Oh, man. All right. Well, let me tell you guys, first of all,
boom.
It's hot as hell. We have a week of heat predicted in Los Angeles. It's supposed to be in the 90s today. I came out here and got this dinosaur of an air conditioning system that we have out here going and tried to get the studio down because the cameras and stuff, the phones keep overheating. So the 360 may not last. It overheats. The other social. What are you doing with social media today?
I'm going to do my standard. What I'm doing, I'm staggering. So you just know how I'm going to do. I'm staggered a little bit. what I've learned is that you take it in segments, and then what I'm doing is trying to do segments like you do with Facebook. In other words, I get to certain segments, then boom, engage it right there because I know phones get hot. It's so little.
That shit ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work.
One way, why not, man?
It ain't gonna work.
Well, okay, let me just tell you. Same
That's
old, same old. Periscope, you covered them all. All I'm adding is Big O Live and Live.me, which I stagger because I get better results. I hate to say this, when you get to your 420. See, that's just the way it is, man. You got to pay attention.
That's right. This show is 420 friendly, meaning that there's sometimes marijuana use. I don't know why they do it. You may see some marijuana. I've seen it. I've seen some marijuana use floating around here. There may be some people. Got to acknowledge the chat room already. Mac McAllister, Miko Williams, PMC just jumped in there. So we got the family from all over the country. All over the country. So, Alexa, sing Good Morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
That's just for you. I want you guys to know that I've had really a crazy week last week. And for those of you who may have seen the postings that I did on Facebook, I went in to have endoscopy. And I guess I got that somewhere. Let me see if I can show you. So I went in to have endoscopy, which, for those of you who don't understand, that's when they look down your throat into your stomach, check your stomach, see if you have ulcer. I have been having, a lot of stomach issues. And I wanted to have, they were going to check me to make sure I didn't have an ulcer. Now, once you get to around 50 or so, I'm not sure what the latest recommendations were. I should have looked that up for you. But the recommendations are now for colonoscopy. So I've had that recently. And so I laughed kind of when I went in to get this done because I had the same gastroenterologist, Dr. Desai. He's wonderful. And I said, why you did the other ends and now you get to come in? So I'm here this morning to tell you to celebrate the wonderful joy of body cavity searches. Because I'm telling you, as you get older, you got to get used to this. Now, the women out there, they've been used to this. Most of them, all of them essentially, most have had pelvic exams, which involves, a vaginal exam where the doctor places a speculum, which is a tool to sort of open up the vagina so you can look in there and see. And tests are done, and it's inspected and all those things. So women tend to be better at this, if only through the fact that they've had more experience of being violated. So for most of us guys, just getting a rectal exam has a bunch of anxiety, and some, it's whether you get a woman to do it, you get a male to do it. I remember sitting there at the banquet at Kaiser going, "Oh, there's the man who stick his fingers up my ass." And I was thinking to myself, even back then, I wasn't sure which was more embarrassing, to have a man do my rectal exam or have a woman do my rectal exam. I don't know. Have you had to?
I don't know. Mine is easy.
Oh, yours is easy?
Yeah,
I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I'm sure. No tone, or what does it mean?
Hey,
I don't know. What does it mean?
That's not a hard choice for me. I have no problem with a female doctor that's going, look, hey, I got to take a look, got to check, keep you healthy.
Well, so that's just the beginning. So the women go through it, and because when they're sexually active, it's recommended to be done on a regular basis. You need to get it done at what you get to a certain age, even though it's becoming less and less necessary because of the other tests. But colonoscopy is when they look up your butt past the rectum. Because, the first you come the anus, then the rectum, then you go into the colon. So there's a little anatomy for you. Some of you, if you're not sure, check it out a little later, but wash your hands. Now, so they go up in the colonoscopy and they look up in there. But the thing I will tell you, point I wanted to make this morning as I was explaining to you the joy of body cavity searches is that they have wonderful drugs. They have wonderful drugs. Those are good drugs and great sleep. They knocked me out. And see, what's a trip for me is that as an emergency physician who spent 30 years doing critical care, pediatric ICU, many of you know I ran the LA County ICU as faculty back in the day. So I use these drugs. I've used these drugs in kids of varying age, young people. Some of them are not really kids. When you get to be a 17-year-old, you're really not a kid at all. But I've used these drugs, and so receiving them is a trip because I'm looking to quantify when it hits. And Vic, I can't. And part of it is because to some degree, some of them would have a mild degree of anesthesia, but supposedly not this. They gave me, you guys, 100 milligrams of Demerol and like 4 milligrams of Ativan. But and not all at once. They kind of broke it up. I think it was 50 of Demerol, then 25, then 25, and then Ativan 2, then 1, then 1.
Okay.
Man, and I watched them push it. You know, because they have the IV started, you know.
Right.
And so I'm watching them, and I'm trying to count it down, you know, because I'm a physician. I can evaluate the effects of these drugs and with an analytical mind. And that shit, next thing I knew, I was waking up. They were like, Dr. Hemsley, I thought I had brought the pictures out here. I guess I left them in the house. I was going to share the pictures of what it looks like to look down my throat.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll post it to Facebook. And I want you to know to go in there. But the drugs are wonderful. When I think it was my colonoscopy was different drugs. Now, the colonoscopy, I had propofol, Michael Jackson's sleep agent.
Right.
And I watched them they call it milk because it looks like milk. So I was watching it too, you know, because I'm trying to pay, you know, because I'm curious. I just never used propofol. We didn't do that kind of stuff in peds back then, but I was interested to receive it. And that was amazing drug too. I don't remember anything. So I've had 2 rotator cuff surgery, the colonoscopy. So the main thing I'm telling everybody, as your friend and as a physician, and as a medical marijuana user, relax about getting the procedures done. They have good drugs. You get good outcomes. It's great sleep. Some of the best sleep you're gonna get.
You know what? Let me say this. You may be joking about this, but wonder if just a slight campaign of, say, doctors like yourself going, let me share this with the general public as just a routine promotion as it relates to specific things that they do in their treatment, where they say, here's an area where it's been lacking because of lack of information. How you put it makes it totally different than you walking in and somebody's going to go like this. Okay.
I have my unique and unusual flair.
Right.
I mean,
all I'm saying.
For 30 years, I was always considered one of the doctors who did the most patient education because it was my rule to ask you 3 times if you had any questions.
Right.
And many times where I was like, well, you should have some questions. Here's the question that you should have. So I was known for that. So I'm big. So and thanks, Vic, a lot to you for the encouragement, Victor Allen, to really encourage me with bringing these things forward. We recognize that me spending 30 years, having that academic background at LA County, LAC, USC Medical Center, then going to Kaiser's, perhaps one of the first hospitalists. I was a pediatric hospitalist. I mean, I took care of the inpatients, and for 20-some years, I had the all inpatient, the nursery, delivery room, and ER, all of that. So I did that for years. And so I was perhaps maybe the first pediatric hospitalist, one of the first that Kaiser ever had. And did it for 30 years, so I retired this past June. So, you know, that was the idea of Vic, of sharing a lot of these things. It's not like I want to share my personal business. I'm recognized that I am a public figure. Yes. It's the acceptance of my response. I know I have, because, you know, I thought it was enough just to design the platform. No offense. I didn't know I was going to have to do broadcasting.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know, I thought I was like, Vic Vic will tell you, I was like, hey, I made this thing. Aren't you guys going to run with it?
Yeah.
Crickets.
Right.
Cricket. Cricket.
Hey, it's not happening.
Hey, so anyway, I want to show you guys this video of me at the hospital, live from endoscopy.
Okay,
Hold
this
on.
is Mario getting ready for endoscopy.
Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's go. Just trying to play this off
Okay,
of
this
Facebook.
is Mario getting ready for endoscopy. They put all this stuff in you. I feel very attended to. Here they have enough stuff. I told them, I said, I feel very attended to and monitored using all these state-of-the-art contraptions.
There we go. I'm sorry, I had to make it full screen and
Okay, this is Mario getting ready for endoscopy. They put all this stuff in you. I feel very attended to. Here they have enough stuff. I told them, I said, I feel very attended to and monitored using all these state-of-the-art contraptions that I have used myself for so many years. So they have everything hooked up, and they gave me some information on this thing. And I told them, I said, wow, it's very consent for esophageal gastroduodenoscopy. It was very informative reading that they give you. And so I feel
Very
informed
informative.
and empowered, and waiting to find out what suit they're going to give me as I go for this endoscopy. Wish me blessings. Peace out.
that's what I said. Taking now, I want you to acknowledge that you know who else brings it to you live from the from the surgical center.
Yeah.
We bring it to you live from the surgical center. You get to see as I was getting ready to go in to get that good drugs. Now, I did. Some people say, Mario, did you use marijuana before the procedure? People, I know. And this is going to be a controversial part. Some of the physicians are going to object and other ones are going to agree. But there's very limited data, almost none. And so people said to me, Mario, are you going to use marijuana before this medical procedure? And I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to use marijuana before this medical procedure. What the hell you think marijuana's out there for? You goddamn right. Hell yeah. And again and again. So I want you to know, I did use marijuana before the procedure. Let me tell you. And I was actually so happy. I was cracking jokes on the way in because the nurses said, the other nurse was cracking jokes. And then the third nurse said, wow, everybody's a comedian here today.
See?
We got all comedians in
See?
endoscopy. All right. So, all right, you guys. So today we got a full show. I want you to know for the news section, I got a whole news section. What am I talking about? It's all about the president, the latest updates on the president during the news section. And that's just going to be crazy. When it gets to the marijuana section, I've got a whole report on marijuana internationally as Lebanon is legalizing marijuana. That caused me to go and look and do a quick update for you of the country, some of the international, developments, who's got what, and where it's legal. So before you travel, you know where you could get some weed. And also the five countries that look most likely to do some upcoming changes, perhaps this year or soon. So that's for marijuana. So, and the Trump thing, well, you know, the president tweeted out to be cautious. When the diplomacy by Twitter. So we're talking about that. Vic, what do you got today with sports and hot picks?
You know what? Look, I always say, don't let anybody rain on your parade. But that doesn't necessarily work for LeBron because we got a few minorities. And when I say minorities, I'm not talking about ethnically or culturally. Where all of a sudden the vandalism has hit again. I call white paint has hit another mural. We're going to talk about LeBron as it relates to this has never happened to any of his places that he's gone to but L.A. And so people tend to go, is this a reflection of a larger group? Or
It's haters.
Of course they are. These are the people who go like Kobe or nothing. It's one of those.
Oh, then they're confused too.
Maybe. Maybe. Also, yeah, we're gonna get hey, look, you know what? There's a bounce party with Donald Trump. We'll show you that a little bit later. It's in reference to, you know, and quote, NFL is my bitch. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next one. The awareness of casual sports, if you want to say the casual viewer, where the next championship title will come from with all the professional sports team in LA, from soccer, baseball, hockey, football, basketball. You know, we double time it on every sport, so we got to see what's up. And Tiger teases. You know how that goes. For a moment, he was in the lead, and then, hey, guess what?
You know, but
he rose, and
right.
he is still rising. Hot picks. A specific professional sport is dominated by USA women that not only have a fashion, but also tend to be stimulatingly attractive. I'll use that.
Get the blood flow.
I'll just get there a little bit later. But other than that, that's the hot picks. And we're going to go say, why is that happening? Why are they going after this particular or specific sport? And it just seems overwhelmingly dominated. And we'll get to that later.
That's right. Designed to make your nature rise. Tune in to Morning Coffee, where we get the blood flowing in places you had lost knowing.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to acknowledge the fact that we've got things going all over, Vic, so I can see your Facebook, and I'm kind of wondering why y'all in his Facebook instead of my Facebook. Like, you know, I see, okay, now Miko, some of them are logging into two. Like Miko, she's in both.
Right.
Rob Zaremba, he's been into both.
Right.
But Amy Flicks over at yours. Zenobia's over at yours.
Thank you, Amy. You know how we flow.
Zenobia, you know,
Respect.
and then Deborah Worth is at yours. But see, I got
Deborah.
Matt. I got David
Make it
Aline.
work,
I
Deborah.
got my cousin Joey. Okay, so in my Facebook, so we got all the Facebook. We don't a lot of shit.
They bounced on you when you said Donald Trump. That's what happened.
We're gonna talk about Trump later on. You know, I'll give you the unique updates. Pax Stereo's been up front with the reports and the predictions that we've been doing, and that's all part of it. Okay, I got to tell you guys about an event. This Thursday, August 23rd, and we hope to be there, is the All Things Crypto and Cannabis 2. It's been voted in the 25 of the best LA events by Eventbrite, Vic.
Okay.
It's voted in that top 25. And this is a big event. It's all about cannabis and crypto. So it's going to be, let me see, they have speakers. Venture advisor at DNA Fund, a leading investment fund. And these are people investing in cannabis.
Cheech and Chong speaking?
Couldn't make it, but they sent their best. It's all about investing in cannabis, and I believe there's some food and stuff. It's one of those meetup events, one of the apps that I'm trying to take advantage more of now this year, where they're posting events. People sort of assort into groups, and then you show up and drink and eat and engage in smooth talk.
Oh, good.
I perhaps will be able to cruise the crowd in search of a potential travel partner with benefits.
Right.
But at my age, I need less benefits than ever. Anyway, but go to Meetup, okay? That's the Meetup. I want you guys to know. See, because this stuff is important, and that's why we tell you. I can't get the page, won't do it. I'm telling you, Vic, it's just like, sometimes these things won't act all right. Okay, you guys, every week I get to do a slideshow animation. This week is no different. I want you to take a look at the latest one. This one featuring the wonderful photographic skills of Victor Allen, and when there are pictures of him, it's our own Miko Williams taking those pictures. Take a look, and we'll be right back to talk about some news. See you in a minute.
Been a long time since I spoke to you, and I know that there's no rhyme or reason to what you put me through. So I take your to my dream. You are the only reason, and I know I fall to pieces when you speak. And you are so captivating, and you are
Not getting any audio
answer
double,
to
right?
my dream.
All I did was
You are all around me, and I
If I had to
know
go out,
all the pieces when you speak.
And I had my face to the versus this computer. And it all says my feet ended.
And you went away.
Stopped. I said, wait, no. I said,
I am
right. 'Cause I'm watching the Facebook.
what you say.
What they don't manipulate, don't manipulate it. Just
Oh, the
tell me.
world's a stage, and we are standing around.
I have backup.
We can change the way
Take a
we
look at this.
live right now. And you are
I'm keeping this.
so
That's the one that starts this.
captivating.
I'm not even close.
And you are
And then I'll close that.
answer to my plea.
I just want you to see what I'm doing. That's it. But I'm not putting any chat in
The only reason,
Facebook.
and I know I fall to pieces when you speak.
I'm doing it right.
And we lost the
And
360s
you
already.
are so captivating, and you are answer to my dream. You are all around me, and I know
No, well,
all the pieces
just we have to go decide which one. Right now it's not. We have to decide which one. Right now, I might. That's where I'm trying to make a direct stream. If I had to do that right out of the wire, because that's second stream. Right now, might as well don't use it. Or recognize it's no different. All it means is you get a signal. So you can still use it. Just it is just a signal. I just hope you don't get all the other stuff.
And I know I fall to pieces when you speak to me. And I know I fall to pieces when you speak to me.
This how you sound the body heats. Hot picks of the week slideshow animation 723. I get to do those every week. When Victor does, it became our practice years ago. What we did was we did the natural thing of expanding upon what appeared to be our obvious interest. Victor was taking pictures, and so we started doing photos at the end of every show. And then I started making a slideshow. Well, I started playing music, right?
Right.
While you shot the pictures.
Right.
Then that ultimately became I, Victor. And then the whole thing with the pictures even went on to continue as I made these slideshow animations every week. The music for that comes from Creative Commons. It's available free. You can find out more about all of that at the website. So
And there's an additional reason why we were doing that, because we didn't want to separate a separate block of time to take pictures because it was too overwhelming.
that was.
It was, man. We go like, how can we do this all together?
Yeah.
Well, we do it right after the end of the show.
No.
matter what it is, we're going to
Yeah.
shoot.
And then
if
they
it's
like it, right?
Yeah, if you repeat it, that's fine. But man, to coordinate it as a separate project,
Yeah.
oh man, it was It was kicking my ass. Thank you, Miko. She handled it.
I'm telling you,
she's doing it. Go on, girl.
They're all in the chat room, just saying, the Facebook folks. You know, one of the things that we learned was to bring the broadcast to where you were. We spent years. Everybody tries to
bring him to
the
they
talk about we're gonna drive people. You ain't gonna drive people.
Drive.
You can't drive nobody nowhere. They talk about we're gonna drive.
Drive the big
They're
bear.
really, he can't drive. That's right. Big said drive the big bear. You ain't driving shit.
It ain't happening.
It ain't happening. It don't work like that.
No.
The way it works really is you got to bring the broadcast to where the people are, and so we do that, and that's why it's so much stuff over here. And I'm just verifying what we decided to do. I would just include you in my technical moments. As right now, I verify that YouTube looks like it's working, Twitch, Facebook. Okay, we lost the 360 cams due to heat. Well, you know, what could I say?